So I'm going to be showing you how to put any camo that you want onto your weapon. For example, for the AK-27, I don't have any camos unlocked. And you can clearly see for the char camo, it's not unlocked for this weapon, but I have it equipped. But you can actually do this for any camo that you want. You can put on any single weapon as long as you got it unlocked for another weapon. So if I unlock Shattered Gold for one weapon, I can put on any single other weapon that I have, even though I don't have it unlocked for that weapon. You can do the same for Arclight, Tempest, Singularity, and then also zombies as well, like Infestation. You can do it for any single camo in Black Ops 7. Okay, so the most important thing you need to know about this one is that you need to make a lot of custom builds for a weapon. The amount of create new builds you make right now before you break your account, which I'll show you in a second how to do, will equal the amount of blueprints you can have total after you break your account, and that will last forever. It's a permanent break, which you can get in and out of, but you can never have more than the amount of create new builds you make now. So for example, if you only make 5 create new builds now, and you only have 5 copies, that means after you break your account, when you get in or out of the break, it doesn't matter. You can only have a maximum of 5 blueprints total for your entire inventory. So I suggest making at least 100, maybe even go 200 to be honest. Don't take my word for 100. Maybe I'll be screwed over as well. If I was you, I'll do over 200. As you can see here, I'm still making them. By the way, I don't mean go ahead and press duplicate weapon. Do not do that. Go to the top, press create new build, back out, do the exact same thing again. Just keep on creating new builds. You don't have to put any attachments or anything. As you can see here, I'm just pressing create new build, back out, and the number is going up. Now I'm at 105. So keep on doing that. There's a few creators that didn't show you to do this method, and some people have only had about a few builds in total for the entire weapon. They broke their account, and now they can never have another blueprint again without deleting the ones that they currently have. And if you do that, you're going to regret it. So make sure you create these new builds before you do the camo swap glitch, which I'm about to show you right now. Once I unlock all the new mastery camos like Singularity ASAP, then check out MITCH CACTUS, the biggest and most reliable name in Call of Duty, and they offer instant delivery DLC codes like Monster Energy and Muller Milk, plus lobbies delivered in under an hour. Everything is 100% safe and legit for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, and is trusted by the community and seen all over YouTube with over 20,000 verified reviews on Trustpilot, making them the go-to for all things Call of Duty and even other games like Battlefield 6. Use code Joey for 5% off, links in the description, and let's get back to the video. So the first thing you want to do after you create all those builds for whatever weapon that you chose, come to another weapon and choose any weapon that you want. So for this video, I'm going to be doing the AK-27. Go ahead and duplicate it 2 times to make 3 copies. Now, once you got these 3 copies, what we're going to do is change the name to make it easier for us to know. Shout out to B-Man for the idea, but rename one for M for multiplayer, Z for zombies, and then the last one do P for private match. So we got MZP. That's just to keep track and make it easier which classes you're putting the weapons in. You don't have to rename them, but trust me, it's a lot easier. So M for multiplayer, go ahead and equip that one to your multiplayer class. So here you can see we got M on a multiplayer class. Now we're going to back out, go to lobby, find a match, come down to private match, create a private match, go to weapons, loadouts, and then here in our first class, we're going to go back to the same weapon, and we're going to equip P for a private match into our private match class. And now the last one, we're going to back out, go leave lobby, yes, back out again, and then we're going to go down to zombies. Now come over to your weapons section, go to loadout, and now go back to the same gun, go to AK-27, and then we're going to equip Z for zombies. And now stay in zombies, go back into the weapons section, and now we're going to be deleting all 3. So delete this one, delete, and delete. So now you're going to have no custom builds. It's going to reset. As you can see there, just reset. And you can see the name change from P or M or Z or whatever to now AK-27. So now back out after you deleted all 3, and you'll see it's no longer Z for zombies, but the name is now AK-27. But when we go back now to multiplayer again, and we go back to private match, so go to multiplayer, find a match, and then come down to private match, create a private match. When you go to weapons, you'll see here that it's still named P. So that weapon there. So we still have the P weapon right over here, even though the zombies one got deleted, and we did delete the P one from the zombies loadout. All we have to do from here is press square or whatever it is on your PC and Xbox to go to gunsmith. And now we just make one change. Put an optic, put a camo, put a decal, whatever. Just make one change so that it fully duplicates it out, fully glitches the system. The second you do that, like I just did, we've fully broken the account. Now my account is fully broken, no matter, I can't make any more builds. So to double check if you're in the broken state and the glitch actually worked, you can see here I've got 2 builds for the AK-27. Let's go ahead and create a new one. So I'm going to press create new build, put another attachment, and then back out, go back in, and you'll see that I still have only 2 builds, and that's because you're not allowed to make any more builds, as I said before. So the first step I showed you is very important. Make over 100 new builds for a weapon before you break your account like I have. Now, before I show you how to swap camos and all that stuff, I need to show you how to get in and out of the broken state. So you can see here, for example, I just showed you that I can't make any new builds for the AK-27. Now, if I want to make new builds to make a new duplicate with a camo swap glitch, I have to go back to my weapon that I make all those builds for. For example, the M15, I have 109 create new builds. I have to go into here and I have to delete one of the builds. Go ahead and delete one of the builds like this. You can delete multiple if you want. Go back, and now if I go to the AK-27 and I create a new build, I'm now not in a broken state anymore because I'd removed 2 builds, which means I can make 2 new builds somewhere else. I'll equip an attachment, go back, and then I see in the AK-27, I now have 3 builds. And that means I can make 1 more because the total I had was 109. I removed 2, which means I can add 1 more for the AK-27 since I already added 1. Okay, so now that you've done this, you've done all the steps, I'm going to be showing you how to do a camo swap on your gun. So, for example, the AK-27 here, if I go into it and I customize, you can see if I go to camos, I have nothing unlocked. For multiplayer, for zombies, for Warzone, nothing. What you want to do is go to the weapon that you have the camo on that you want to swap onto any weapon. So for example, if I go to the Drayvec and I customize this weapon, if I go to customize and then camo, you can see that I can put on these camos for zombies. So I can put on the Tundra or the Char. Let's put on the Char because it looks better. But if you had any special camos or mastery camos, you can do the exact same thing. So you can do this for Infestation, Doomstill, whichever camo that you want. And you can even cross it from multiplayer camos, zombies camos, and then also Warzone camos when it comes out. Hopefully if this is not patched by then. But you can do this for any camo. So select any camo on the weapon that you want, select it, and now we're going to go back to the thing that, now we're going to go back to the exact same weapon and we're going to duplicate it. So go ahead and duplicate that weapon with the camo that you just put on. So once you have the duplicate weapon done, what we're going to do is go to the weapon that you want to swap that camo onto. So for example, the AK-27, I'm going to go into it and I'm going to press create new build. Once I do that, you're going to see the camo automatically goes onto the weapon. And if I go to the customize section, the camo is there, but I don't actually have it unlocked for this weapon. As you can see here, I've got 0 headshots. I've never even used this weapon in zombies, but the camo has been pasted on. And as I said, you can do it for any mastery camo as well, the exact same method. And you can do it, and you can cross between multiplayer and zombie camos as well to put on any weapon. Now let me show you something before I end the video. If I go back to the weapon that I duplicated that had the camo on, you can see that the class has been deleted. And that is because you have the cap of, for example, for me, 112 or whatever it was. Every time I create a new build, it's going to delete the previous build that I just created. And that's because it can't go over that limits that you created at the start before you break your account. So for example, now if I go to Razor GM and I press create new build, it's going to create it with a camo. As you can see, the camo swap went straight onto it. And I don't have the camo unlocked for this weapon. So you can see here, if I get out, now if I go back to the AK-27 that I just created, I hope this video made sense. If it doesn't, ask me in the comments down below and I'll try and reply to you. Otherwise, I'll try and make a shorter video that makes a lot more sense for you guys. But that's the gist of it. Make sure you do not skip the step where you duplicate all those builds before you break your account. And I hope you guys use this and abuse it before it gets patched, because I'm guessing they're going to patch it in the next few days.